Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Darksiders 2. Please subscribe and click that notification bell. So the game crashed again, as I almost suspected it would. I'm thinking maybe saving and then pausing the game right after you save does cause the game to crash. So I'll be a little bit more careful about that. So we're back to the menu. We should hear a new story recap at least.
The journey so far. Death traveled on and still found corruption. The light and the Hellguard both lost. But Arafel's wisdom shone bright in the darkness and cleared the way forward for all.
Interesting, because there really was no scene where Uriel used the staff rod of Arafel. I went and looked at the achievements like I said I was going to a couple episodes ago. We are at the 13% as far as storyline focused achievements for the Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition. So what that means is only slightly over 13% of players have gotten this far in the story. For comparison, I would say roughly a third of most players finish most games, at least the original iterations of them. A lot of people, of course, got the Definitive Edition as an updated version of Darksiders 2, and I cannot find Darksiders 2 original version on Steam, so they may very well have been allowed to do some trickery in which they got rid of the original version, or simply maybe I didn't purchase the original version and only purchased the Definitive Edition. That could be the other thing. So that certainly explains the difference where we haven't finished the game a little bit and 13% of people have quit. It doesn't fully explain it though. Not by any means. A lot of people I could see would not have made it to the end of this game just for how long and grindy it is. The final achievement for this game is an achievement for doing all the other achievements, and there are some non-storyline achievements that I've done that are below 10%. For instance, doing just like the side quest to kill the 4 creatures is less than 10% or around 10%. Don't trust me on my numbers too much. But the by far most difficult achievement is getting all the other achievements, and that is done by about 1.5% of people who own this game. And on Steam, I could be wrong about this, but it's not just own the game, it's people that own the game and have installed it and played it for any amount of time. Like, I think people that have not played the game don't count. It's a shame I can't just like get a portal all the way over there. I mean, that would be kind of a cool trick, but instead we're just up here. We're working our way around this castle, and somebody certainly spent a lot of time thinking about, like, how are we going to architecturally design this building, and they did it, definitely. And then they also broke up the architecture with a lot of floating elements. It's not a boatman's coin. And good thing this was clean water, not corrupted water, otherwise you'd not be able to have reached this point. This camera's driving me crazy. So many dead angels. Like, is it really just a few corruption corrupted people killed all these angels, shouldn't there be some kind of menacing big bad guy? Alright, so that looks like we're gonna swing and swing, and like I've gotten away from this controller setup enough now that I keep hitting Y when I should be hitting X. We made some progress at the end of last recording, went a little long, and upgraded our new possessed weapons, but they're still not quite there. And in the meanwhile, I have these gold scythes that have a touch of Midas. See, we've been seeing this guy. I guess his plan is to have me follow him. I kind of want to take a moment. Like, this is the worst time ever to do this, but I just want to look at what quests we're supposed to be doing. We're seeking out the scribe, who's probably going to try and kill us. We're trying to deliver the scroll to the Chancellor, which is in the Land of the Dead. We have one more page for the third Book of the Dead chapter. There's 3 more Mr. Stone Bites. There's 8 more Power Stone Bites and 8 more Resistance Stone Bites. There's 5 more of these Utugoth relics, 2 more Renegoth, and 3 more Kargoth, and then Bloodless and Nomads. Yeah, so there's not really anything super surprising there. Oops. Of course, as I took that pause, that was enough to throw me off my game. Now, it would have been a big mistake to have charged one of those portals, because that would have shot me off into space and killed me. But I guess now that is the plan. They want me to shoot myself against the wall and slide. And I hear some sounds. And they sound different than what I've been hearing before, so I don't think they're stones. I don't know what they are. So I'll take this. I'll take this. And we'll go here. Another boatman's coin. I'll probably get back to 70 after having spent some. Alright. So if I do this and do this, like charging it so it outputs probably doesn't change anything. Just look in every direction. So I'm just gonna do this. Was there something down there to land on? No. So that was the right move. It's really weird to be finding so many of these ghosts of angels and having dead bodies as their spawn points. Particularly when the Earth dungeon was the exact opposite of that. Demons would just appear from around the corner constantly. I guess there's not too much of anything here. There was no trick that wanted me to be on that platform, was there? I don't think so. I think they would have designed that very specifically so you fall off of it. Because if you would really not serve yourself well. And here we're going to fight something, almost certainly. Bunch of chairs for some kind of council. Alright. So this is a lightning based character. And here, we'll just let those guys fight him for a while. Meanwhile, I'll break all of these and pick up the gold. Here, I'll go ahead and use some wrath. That was a cheaper way to win. Just not even pay attention to the fighting. I'm not really sure which part of this game I want to play least. Do I want to play the fighting less, or do I want to do the puzzling less? I think I want to do the story and the platforming and the puzzling more. So the fighting less would probably be the case. Like, that's what we just saw me do. Because there's been not a ton of fighting, by no means. When you were barely hitting 2 or 3% of the like, not 2 or 3, but 10% of the entire game is fighting. There could have been a lot more. Compared to Borderlands, I think you're probably running and gunning and killing something at least 50% of the time in Borderlands. But the difference is in how many... There we go. Another chapter done. Like, how many button presses does it take? Like, Borderlands, you're running and you're pulling the left trigger to shoot. That's all you're doing. Here, to even shoot a portal, I have to hit right stick and then left trigger after aiming with the right stick, which I guess you also would be doing with Borderlands. It's just a much slower process, and when you actually need to fight or kill anything, you're doing a lot more. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna have to split ourselves. We're going to have to open the platform. We're gonna have to switch our character. We're gonna have to bring this way. We're going to have to, I think, in our effort, like, yeah, I think we're gonna have to do several different things. Like, I'm gonna have to get up here and then split ourselves again. Meanwhile, let's take a slight diversion over here. And what am I missing? I guess the chest is a little bit further that direction. So I don't really know why that's there. Alright, so we push that there. See, this is just gonna again have us moving too far away. We'll just open that portal. And like now that we're trapped in here, are we saying anything? Now that we're not so trapped in here, are we saying anything? These all seem to like to lock. Doesn't seem like I can get a thing through. Alright. So I'm here. Let's try this again. There's a chest over there. A new Soul Arbiter's scroll. I wish it would tell me which one. Honestly. Because they're not being super consistent. Let's go ahead and split ourselves here. So do I need that? I guess that's all I can do. Alright. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Why does it put me right inside of me? Well, that's interesting. Wherever you are now. Yeah, it moved me down this way. Alright. So now I think I want a charge portal through to that portal. And do we have a clear shot? Yeah, we do. But the trick here, I think, is like we needed this to charge up, and to do that we need the Need something else. I've got an idea. How about if we instead do this? And come over here and just target this. I may still have to do the soul split to fix this, but then it will work. But what's the point? Like, what's the point of doing that? We need to find a way to get back to where the powered thing is. I don't see how Soul Split's gonna do that for us. Like, even if I got my regular body in here, that doesn't solve. Like, I could go back here, and hopefully I'll just not get too wobbly too far. There it is. Okay. Now we've got that. Which does that. These levels are too big. Too many curves, too many spins around. This is the second or third time that I've just in the middle of a puzzle lost my way and not even been close. Like, not even have a clue as to where the elements are that I'm supposed to be dealing with. That was a really simple one. So I guess I'll be grateful for that. And meanwhile, I'll come over, just double check that there's... This looks like an interesting upside down section. Is it the floor of a higher section, I wonder? Is there anything else around here? I feel like I need to look at the map just to make sure I didn't miss something. There's a higher section. There is, yes. And then there's a couple lower sections. I feel like I'm gonna accidentally miss some stuff if I'm not careful. And again, they didn't put a break in it. Instead, they put some stones to mark, to make it a little bit higher. I would have preferred more consistency. Having stones where you can get up and stand it, jump in it is alright. Yeah, there's like a leaf over here. But here. It's not exactly as good as I would like it to be. Though. I feel like I'm getting more laid back and just has the game finally worn me down and I've just accepted my fate that I'll be playing this game forever. Like it doesn't really feel like you can have a tight, fast experience at this rate. I'm gonna go ahead and charge this portal and we'll see what happens. Well, not much happened. And I guess we're going down. Yeah, I don't see how you're not going downward. I don't see any crystals. I don't see anything to shoot. I guess I found everything. So down we go. Like, you can't jump through this hole, which that certainly introduces something new, or somewhat new. There's a concept of windows and holes that you can't reach. So yes, this was the underwater section. Is there anything even in the underwater section? A boatman's coin. It's not circular, so I don't know how much of a coin you'd call that, but whatever. Well, I feel like I did my due diligence. And now we've hit the point where these little creatures, these angel ghosts, have stopped spawning as much. Which makes me kind of wonder if I triggered something or if it's just all hand programmed. I imagine it's all hand programmed, that they had specific bodies programmed to be spawn points, and then somebody lower down the food chain, some intern or something, was told to place, for every one body, place 2 more bodies in natural locations. It probably wasn't an intern. I would guess it would have been like an entry level or junior artist. Yep. Think about that. If working on a video game and this is your pride and joy, you place that one bloody, is that decapitated angel there? We never see any of these switches do anything bad. Not that I'd particularly want that, but so if we purified all 3 sources of water, I think it's now safe to enter the water. Let's take a quick moment. It does look like there's something here. Right where that is that I missed. We did go in the water and look. See, the problem with all of these collectibles and everything has just got me running around, wasting so much extra time doing effectively what I do when I have played some of the Assassin's Creed games. Just getting pulled out of the story. This would have been so much better as a tight 15-minute a 15-hour experience. Have the actions, have death be a little bit stronger so he can one-hit kill people, particularly when I'm on easy mode. Like, before I even started, I should have probably been able to one-hit kill people. After I was finished, I probably should have been able, like, as I'm upgrading, I should be able to one-hit kill. If they got rid of the whole loot elements, that also fixes things. Spending so much time in the menu looking at weapons doesn't help a lot. Let's see, I think, what have I got? Well, let's see if we've got anything new. We could take bindings for some defense, and that for some defense, and some of that for defense. That's all I can do. I can look here and see if any of the leftover things give me anything, which no, they don't. Meanwhile, we've just got more collectibles. I must, and you have to tap the D-pad actually to scroll down this description. I must have picked up a level 8 or 9 arcane soul thing. Yeah, it was level 8 secret or level 9. So now we're looking for like the solution to level 9, the solution to level 10, and the solution to level 1. So there's theoretically 3 more of those somewhere. Very possibly not in this area. And we're gonna get tossed up here so that we can do some more tossing to toss ourselves up higher directions. I'm sure. And remember, we've seen these. Like, we've seen this stuff all throughout the game in a few areas. So there's a very, very good argument that that I'll have to run back through every section just to make sure I collected everything. I'm having to do a lot of looking around here. Next door should be, unless just immediately get a new piece of equipment. So much time wasted looking at equipment. Yeah, next door should just be a staircase to the final boss. We did reach this area, so no concern there. We're approaching 26 hours. And see, that's exactly what I said not to do. Don't hit pause. Save. Wait for it to go away, which is exactly what every game has always said ever since autosave and saving was a thing. Then pause. Well, the good news is it doesn't crash until I alt-tab, so I can just stop the recording here and start the next episode. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you subscribe, please make sure you click the notification bell. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites like Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, Steam, or Battle.net, all of those links are down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.